Hello everyone, today's lesson is lesson 27, estimating temperature and reading a thermometer to the nearest 10 degrees. So in class, we've been graphing on our tag the temperature graph to show if it's hot or warm, cool or cold. We also use numbers to describe the temperature. Okay? This picture here shows a thermometer, and the thermometer is used to measure temperature. So on a thermometer, there's a glass tube in the middle, and it either has a silver liquid called mercury or a red liquid called alcohol. When we handle a thermometer, it's very important to be careful so the glass tube doesn't break. Now, the thermometer has numbers to show us what temperature it is. So you're going to learn how to read the thermometer to the nearest 10 degrees. Okay, so if you look on this thermometer, we have two sides. There's a side with a capital F and a side with a capital C. The side with the capital F tells us the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. This is a side that most people in our country use when they tell someone the temperature. Okay, so this side is called the Fahrenheit scale. Now the side with the C will tell us the temperature in degrees Celsius. Scientists and people in other countries use the Celsius scale. So we call this half the Celsius scale. So because the temperature on TV and newspaper is used with the Fahrenheit scale, that's the scale we're going to use in class. Okay. So on this thermometer, you can see that it is measured in sets of 10. Okay. Those 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, etc. Okay. So we're going to practice measuring the temperature to the nearest 10 degrees. Okay, so of course there's numbers in between 0 and 10, like 11 or like 9 and 5, but we're just going to measure it to the nearest 10 degrees. Okay, so if I have my thermometer looks like this. Okay, so what temperature is shown on the thermometer? So we look, and we're looking on the Fahrenheit side. And we go up, we have 0, 10, 20, 30, and my line doesn't get to the 40 yet. So that means that it's about 30 degrees. 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? We could also write that in long term, which would be 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? All right, what about on this side? So on the right side, we can see our line is a little bit closer to the 40 than to the 30. So I would round this and say that it is about 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, we use a capital F to show Fahrenheit. Okay, what about this next one? So this one we can see is almost up to the 80. So we would say that this is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, this next one we can see it's closer to the 50 than it is up to the 60. So we would round this and say it's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, and that's how we read a thermometer to the nearest 10 degrees. Make sure you look to see which 10 the line is closest to. Okay, and that's it for this lesson. Good luck on your homework.